Good morning. Welcome to Bedhead Chronicles, day 13. This is it. This is the real bedhead. You're welcome. What's really great is that I didn't want to get out of bed this morning. I was up late last night at a networking event, and I'm a morning person, so going to bed late, has its impact on me. And I also really didn't want to do this video today. And then when I looked in the mirror, I was like, oh yeah, let's combine that with a really great bedhead. How could I miss the opportunity to share this with the world? So here we are. I'm actually excited that I didn't want to do this video today, because it's one of the pieces that I really stand for. Motivation just comes and goes. It's not, it shouldn't be the deciding factor in why we do what we do. Inspiration is great. It sets us on the path. Motivation is helpful. But at the end of the day, it's your purpose and it's your decisions. So waking up, getting in front of this camera this morning with my deeper voice and my crazy bedhead is this commitment that I've made to myself, and I know that I get to go deeper with myself when I show up in this way, when I'm not really feeling it as much. And I'm not into gaslighting yourself. I'm not into hustle and grind. So I don't want to tip over into that Gary Vaynerchuk culture of do it anyway, do it hard, work 70, 100 hours a week so you can make your goals happen. I've had my fair share of that, and my body, it's taken a toll on me in a number of different ways. I refuse to live that way. This is the Ease AF chapter. If you follow my Substack, that's what I write about. Ease AF, what it's like to be on the other side of the hero's journey, the self-imposed hero's journey. So one of the thoughts that I wanted to share today is I was at a networking event last night. I met a man who's independent, financially independent. Was it a day or two ago, I talked about finances, how I grew up pretty under-resourced is what I like to call it, poor, as po folk. And anyway, talking to this guy who's retired, young, and financially independent, just networking for the fun of it. I think for some reason it came up that I had been through business bankruptcy, and he apologized to me, and I was like, it set me free. I'm so happy to live in a country and in a time where you don't have to go to debtor's prison because you can't pay your debts. This is a wonderful time to live in. And I think I said before that I used to associate my net worth with my self-worth. Fortunately, I had worked through that before I went through business bankruptcy, because otherwise I probably would have offed myself. That would have been the ultimate failure. And that is not the case. It's not how I felt about it. How I described it to him is that it was my freedom. Kind of felt like divorce was the same thing, my freedom. But what I also thought about, when I got divorced, it was just a little while after we had filed bankruptcy. So really just starting from zero. No child support. We did 50-50 custody. I didn't even know I could get child support. You know how, you don't know what you're getting yourself into when you get married, when you're into marriage. We won't go down that rabbit hole. But I was making $16 an hour. We were paying a higher rent than we'd ever paid before. He moved out. I was working part-time, $16 an hour. So you can just imagine the level of worry that caused me. But I also knew that I was resilient. I knew that I was resourceful, and that we were gonna figure it out. We, meaning myself with my two kids. And that's not to say he wasn't involved in their lives, but I did not receive any financial help. However, one of the things that really stood out to me, and I have my daughter's cell phone here because I'm recording on my phone, that's part of what I talk about, is we live in this time where, there's more computing power on this cell phone than there was on the space shuttle. Like, even though I'm a single mom making $16 an hour with no plan, I got this, right? Like, I mean, come on. Like, there's 13-year-olds making millions of dollars using this thing. I have been rabbit holing on YouTube since I've also been posting these videos to YouTube. And like, you know, what I'm doing with my website, with my YouTube, I mean, it's not structured, it's not pretty. This is me building a routine and a muscle around content creation, essentially. But as I've been rabbit holing on YouTube, I'm like watching these kids that started, you know, they're 10 years in now, they're millionaires, and they're teaching about YouTube strategy and different things. But seriously, I mean, we live in a world with just, the possibilities are mind expanding. And so at the end of the day, the message, the take home message that I want to leave with you is what is holding you back? Like, I'm fascinated, what is it that holds us back? And I was writing on my blog post, it's going to come out on Sunday, and thinking about how I think sometimes our lives are governed by the thing that we are least willing to feel, the thing that makes us uncomfortable. And in my blog post, I'm talking about how that was checking my bank account daily. I talked about that in a video a couple days ago. Sometimes it's the most minute thing that stands in our way. And I will say this, the only thing standing in your way, I mean, you know, maybe if your dream is to become a basketball player for the NBA, like, it's not gonna happen. But the only thing realistically standing in your way of your dreams, it starts with a Y and it ends with a U. And I hope that doesn't come across harsh, because I've stood in my way until maybe the last year or two on so many different levels. And it feels, yeah, I was journaling with ChatGPT last night, because that's what I do. And just like reflecting on how much I've shifted in the last 2 years, and just really started to get out of my own way and give myself permission to just, nobody's gonna stop me from doing bedhead videos. I mean, I could get mean comments that say like, you're ugly and you're fat. That still doesn't stop me. I mean, I guess Facebook could, you know, cancel me or whatever. I could just start a new Facebook account. We're living in this world. You don't need permission from anybody. You just hit record on your phone. And not to say that this is the thing that you want to do. I mean, I don't know that this is aspirational for any of us. Many evenings I'll be like, I'm doing a bedhead video tomorrow. Wow, what a great idea I had. And then I meet people, we become friends on Facebook, and I'm like, they're gonna see my bedhead videos. That's so awesome. Like, way to be vulnerable, Ashley. But yeah, that's my riff for today. I'm 8 minutes in. I like to do 2-minute videos. That's what they say you're supposed to do. Like I said, I'm building a muscle, my strong daily video muscles. And yeah, I don't even know how long I'll do this. I say it's gonna be a year, it could be 30 days, and that's okay. It might shift to something else, but I'm not gonna quit just because I don't feel like it, just because I'm having a bad day, just because I stayed up late. That's not the reason I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit because I've aligned with something different, because my purpose may have shifted, because my focus, my laser focus may be on something that I feel is more meaningful, valuable, rewarding. But for now, I'm loving this. I'm appreciating the comments so much. I don't always get on and read them every day. I will go back to them, because I do actually work a lot. But I got a comment from Michael, shout out, because I think you're watching these every day, that said, keep doing this. I read that this morning. When I did not feel like doing this. And I just want to say, we're all in this together. We're all like helping each other along the way, because that comment has sat there for a day or two, so that I would read it today when I didn't feel like doing this anymore. And that's like the universe's nudge to keep at it. And that nudge came through you. It came through a person. It came through us on freaking social media together. And so I really believe in you. I believe in me. I believe that we can do the thing, whatever the thing is, and we can create a world that we want to live in. And I don't want to riff on that, but I was listening to like a kid teach YouTube stuff yesterday for my daughter to hear it. And I mean, or no, it wasn't. It was Mr. Beast. And like, he was terrible at making videos forever. And then he would get money, like 10 grand, his first $10,000. And he gave it to a homeless man. And he just continued to give away his money. Like, he didn't care. I mean, this guy is, I don't know if he's a billionaire yet. He makes insane money. If you haven't seen Mr. Beast on YouTube, I couldn't even believe it the first time I started to see the craziness that he does. But he didn't follow any of the rules, not a single one. When he made money, he would just give it away, and then more money would come. I mean, like, let's create that kind of a world where we don't have all these rigid rules about how you're supposed to do things. We're just living in a way that's aligned with us and our values. Okay, 11 minutes, 30 seconds in. I'm gonna sign off for today. Look at me go. I didn't want to even post a video today, and here we are, 12 minutes in, and I'm fired up. So happy Wednesday, and we'll catch you tomorrow.